marketing, sales, operations, which is how you do things internally, delivery, it's your product, and then finance. Those are the 5 core pillars of a business. So one of the biggest problems we see in e-commerce is, again, all right, ladies and gentlemen, hold on to your seats today because we're going to give you an overview of the 5 pillars to make any business successful. This is how we monitor and manage our own business. We look at these 5 pillars, we assess the health of these 5 pillars, and we make decisions accordingly. So we're going to give you an overview of that. We're going to narrow it down to e-commerce and the biggest problem we see, and we're going to come out with a beautiful conclusion for you. But let's just jump right in, Dan. I know you want to talk about my all denim here, but
way to beat me to the punch, bro. You knew we were recording today, though, and you said, you know what? I'm putting all denim on.
It was one of those things where I walk in the closet, pull on some denims, and then I see that denim shirt staring at me, and I'm like, you know what?
Let's go straight denim.
I just can't not do that
and
today.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, your top is Levi's, but your pants are also Levi's.
It's all Levi's, you know,
right.
But you got a Vans base.
Vans shoe base on there.
All right, dude. So let's just jump right in.
Let's get into it.
The 5 pillars of a business that all need to be operating and functional and healthy are marketing, sales, operations, delivery, and finance. And what's interesting about these 5 pillars, Daniel, is that they're almost ordered in order of importance.
Yeah.
Because you could kind of look at that delivery pillar, and we can jump right into the e-commerce application for the purpose of this discussion, and you can be saying, well, my delivery is my product. And everyone starts thinking about their product, and they put all of their attention and focus and energy into getting the best product. And they think if they have that product, their business is going to explode. But there's a lot of people with really, really great products, but nobody knows about them. And they go out of business because...
Let me just say something on that.
All right.
Who's a guy that you know that invented the iPhone?
Mr. Jobs himself.
Mr. Jobs himself. Now, he had a great product, but what was Mr. Jobs actually really good at? He
was way better landing deals, building culture, marketing, vision, like all of that. That guy was incredibly talented at being just charismatic around people, and it created all these opportunities for the company.
Yeah, and so that took care of the marketing and sales aspect, because without those two, no one would know about the great product.
Yeah, dude.
Or he wouldn't have the money to keep developing and building great products and teams.
Definitely. Yeah, I would say he was like so good at marketing and sales, and he just had that vision to where he could kind of step into his reality distortion field and make sure an engineer does exactly what he dreamed of.
Yeah, totally.
Even if they said it was impossible, because he doesn't know how to make a computer.
But then he was able to sell the public on that idea and get everyone else excited, which is in itself a form of marketing.
It is. And so when we're kind of looking at the order of importance, my whole point is saying if you don't have good marketing, you're never going to sell a product. If you don't have sales, it doesn't matter how good your fulfillment is. It doesn't matter how, efficient you move product from the warehouse to the shipping center, whatever. Mm-hmm. None of that matters if you can't market it, you can't sell it. Totally. And then, of course, down the line is then your product. And then at the end of all of it is your finance pillar.
Yeah, totally.
It needs to make sense. It needs to be profitable.
That's what holds everything up.
Yeah,
prior
definitely.
To it.
Yep.
And let's take an example on the opposite side of the spectrum from Steve Jobs of someone that's really good at marketing and sales, but their product and delivery is total crap. I'm thinking drop shippers right now.
Oh my gosh.
I'm thinking drop shippers. Their ads look flashy, looks like they're everywhere, looks like these amazing products, and it's all kind of this gimmick. We almost had our shade fall down. People get pumped, they buy it. And then they're like, man, it's a 4-week waiting time. They get it. It's wrapped crappy. It's cheap. and they never come back and buy from that business again.
Yeah, there's no substance there. It's
No
all marketing and
substance.
sales.
Yeah. So our point, though, is you have to place equal priority on each of these things
And do them in the correct order.
and do them in the right order. Otherwise, it all crumbles.
Okay, and then we want to jump into one of the biggest problems that we see in e-commerce. But real quick, let me recap those. Marketing, sales, operations, which is how you do things internally.
Yep.
Delivery, it's your product, and then finance.
Yep.
Those are the 5 core pillars of a business. So one of the biggest problems we see in e-commerce is, again, that thing of everybody jumps right into product development. They put all the energy and focus into that. And what makes the problem worse, and it almost reinforces this idea of like cheapening the marketing and sales, is if you own an e-commerce brand at this point, if you've done anything on the internet to self-identify as an e-commerce online store owner, you're getting hit with ads from all these gurus, all these marketers that are just promising the world about what they can do in terms of marketing. And so it creates this bubble where, as an online store owner, you're just like seeing all these kind of crappy, cheap marketers
Yeah.
putting off this image that marketing is a cheap, crappy thing.
Totally.
When really it's it's 2 of the most important pillars of getting your business off the ground.
Yeah.
It's marketing and sales.
Yeah.
Because an e-commerce agency, it's your marketing and sales team. It's your customer acquisition team.
Mm-hmm.
But it's so tempting for an online store owner to kind of get in that bubble, see all these cheap, crappy marketers, which, again, I say that humbly because that's where we started, right?
Totally.
If someone's going to come onto your business and work for free, and kind of paint this picture that I'm going to work for free because I'm so confident in your product and my abilities.
I believe in your business so much that I'm going to do it for free.
That just means that they haven't ever got results. It means they're inexperienced, and it means they're trying to break into the industry.
And
which,
get a
again,
case study to show someone else, like, look what I've done with this brand.
Yep, exactly. And I hate to say it, but that's where we started.
Yeah.
I'm going to shoot myself straight. We
You
started
have to start somewhere, though.
Yep, you do have to start somewhere. And again, you work for free, you get some good results, and then you can start advertising yourselves as someone who's achieved results.
We started a little bit
charging
different,
for it.
though, Rob. Let me just say this. We started a little bit different in the fact that we hired really good coaches and teams to look over the ads we were running to make sure we were still delivering for our clients.
Yeah, it
So
was
I have to add that.
Yeah, okay, you're right. Because that is an important piece.
Yep.
It's not like we're just bringing people on and just trying things out.
Yeah. We hired people that knew what they were doing
to coach us through the process.
Yeah.
And again, we moved from that into getting good results very, very quickly.
Totally.
And then from there, you're off to the races. You have results under your belt. You have experience under your belt. You have the ability to bring people on who are more experienced than you and just keep running with it.
Yeah.
But again, the biggest problem is that people see that and then they're like, well, it must not be that important.
Yeah, totally. Uh-huh.
And so if you go into it with that mindset, you're only going to keep yourself from growing.
Yeah. We have this funny little saying. We see people come at us with the best product, huge vision, and they're like, but I'm not getting any sales. And it's like, you do have a great product, but you're also the best kept secret in town.
Yeah.
If you're the best kept secret in town, no one's going to buy from you. And your business is ultimately going to shut down, and no one's ever going to know of your great little brand, your great story, your great product.
You don't want to be the best kept secret.
You just don't.
Okay, and so let's kind of end this with a real life example. A sad, sad story. This is a brand that a lot of the U.S. population has probably heard of. At some point in their journey, they got it stuck in their head that they're only going to work with a marketing agency who is willing to waive their costs. Because they're like, hey, I'm this big, strong brand with so much authority. Like, we don't really need people. And yet they do. We had the opportunity to audit their account. Massive holes. Massive missed opportunity.
Yeah.
Losing money, bleeding money. And yet, at some point, because of all the crappy cheap marketers, they had it in their head that anybody worth bringing on is going to work for free. And since we're a big established brand, we have the authority to say that.
Yeah.
Well, guess what's going to happen? They're going to go and get somebody who's willing to do it for free, and that's going to be the wrong person. And they just chopped off 2 massively important pillars in their business. And they're going to come back 6 months from now in the same spot where they're at right now.
This time they'll be crawling, though.
trying to solve the same problem.
Uh-huh.
And it's sad because it happens with big, pretty awesome brands, and it happens with people just getting started. Listen, if you want to grow your e-commerce business, if you want to grow any business, don't skimp on your sales and marketing team. Don't skimp on any of those 5 pillars. Like, we're responsible for sales and marketing, so obviously we're giving that a lot of emphasis here.
Yeah.
But if you neglect any one of those 5 pillars for too long, it's game over.
It's lights out, baby.
Pack up your bags and head home.
Head back to McDonald's and see if you can get a job there.
And that's the harsh reality. But okay, that was a pretty dark ending. Let's try and flip that into a positive, guys. Marketing and sales, it's not that hard. It just takes people who have done it and who've had experience in doing it well over and over again. And so if you think that's you, if you can do that in-house, that's awesome. Go do it in-house. Save money. Don't hire an agency. But if you need help there, don't be cheap about it. Go and get some good professional help if you want to grow a long-lasting business.
That was a much more positive spin. Thanks for listening, guys. We'll see you next time.
See ya.